back live in Los Angeles, Pauley Pavilion. College volleyball coming your way on the Big Ten Network with Karen Irwin. I'm Paul Sunderland, UCLA and Ohio State. Incredible at the offensive end in terms of efficiency. Expect that from UCLA, the #1 offensive team in the country. But Ohio State hit 150 points over their season average. And still lost. And still lost. I was really impressed with their ability to attack out of the middle. They actually came away with 6 points scored just in terms of their offensive efficiency out of the middle of the court. And that's not including the back row attacks that also came through the middle. So again, Kevin Birch has them dialed up in the right ways. However, they've just got to find that little differential to slow down UCLA's offensive numbers, because as impressive as 591 is, 667, that much better. So UCLA, can you get them out of system just a hair more and make them a bit more predictable? And UCLA, their 3 aces, was certainly a big factor in determining who won that opening set. And coaches will look at this. John Hawk certainly will look at it, as will his counterpart, Kevin Birch. 0 blocks for these big athletes. And the passing, I think, was pretty exceptional. So both teams in system a lot, making it tough. And we talked about it. When it comes to blocking, your service pressure is such a critical piece to that. The harder and tougher you serve, the easier it becomes to set up your block and stay disciplined in that regard. So both these teams look at your serving and look at your blocking here in set number 2. No changes, same starting lineup for both clubs. Ohio State, their only loss was at home at the Covelli Center, which is a phenomenal facility for volleyball. That was to number 2 Long Beach State. Hawaii is number 3, and just across town, the USC Trojans are ranked number 4. Jeff Nygaard, a former UCLA Bruin, doing a very good job with that USC program. Early chance for the Buckeyes. Wetzel, who's been superb, that's going to be a net violation. Shane Wetzel, outstanding career, the 6'7" senior out of Florida, 3-time All-American. 400 kills last year, hit 285. They just showed on the replay, that is an outstanding slowdown by the Buckeyes to be able to get that on an out-of-system play, showing up against the middle attack. That allows a transition opportunity. Boy, that ball set too tight. And going to have another net violation called against the Bruins. This was against Rowan. What do you think they talked about between sets 1 and 2? Probably what we did, which is the blocking numbers. You already see 2 early net violations. Typically when that happens at the beginning of a set, it's because it's been a point of focus and emphasis in the conversation in the timeout, or excuse me, in between sets. So there's a little bit too active of hands now on the side of the Bruins. First block of the match so far by Owen Pickering, working that time against Decker. There's some conversation with our head official here, but that is a beautiful extension from Pickering, that left arm all the way up, sealing the net. Again, he's got something to prove tonight. Perfect pass by Kelly. Quick combination, and that time Henwood Rodriguez got a hand on it, but used out of bounds by number 12 in white. Seen a lot of block touches now. Yep. Well, you look at UCLA, 6'9", 6'8", 6'9", 6'7", even Andrew Rowan, 6'6". It's a very, very athletic, long team. They should be as dominant at the defensive end as they are at the offensive end, which you touched upon before first serve. We've had another rotation violation, so an illegal formation, one called against Ohio State now and one called against UCLA. I don't like, nobody in the building, save for a handful, know what happened when they're talking about being out of rotation. The rotational rules are very complicated. I think it has to be something that's rethought. So again, with those out of rotation, you have 6 positions on the floor, and you must be in the correct spot before the serve takes place. Big serve down the line. That is the 3rd ace. Excuse me, the 4th ace for UCLA. This dialed up by Kelly. Oh, that's just too good. It is too good, especially going line to line 2. A lot of times, because you're a right-handed attacker, that ball will start to kind of curve and cuff
But this time to be able to keep it toward the line was just impressive.
John Hawks was telling us about after last season, Sean Kelly really fell in love with the weight room no matter where he was and came back a different player. And you're seeing that, how effective he can be at both ends. Here's Pickering. And back-to-back service errors. UCLA, if you're just joining us, won a very well-played opening set. It was tied at 10. UCLA had 3 aces to just 1 for Ohio State. Both teams hit well over 500. Yep, well over 500. And UCLA won at 25-21. Good pass by Hudson. Rhythm to the offense. That is really well done. Haczynski out of Warsaw, Poland with a kill.
I don't want to speak too soon, Paul, but I'm really impressed with Ohio State. Their offense has grown, and again, with four sophomores on the floor, the ability to create one-on-one opportunities against the #1 team in the country, and already having taken 1 set off of the 2nd-ranked team in the country.
And playing shorthanded.
And playing shorthanded. The future looks really bright for Ohio State.
Andrew Rowan, #1 in the nation in assists per set at 12.1. A champion in 23 and 24, and has the chance to join a very select group of UCLA Bruins through their amazing history to have 3 national titles during their career. Wetzel, big swing, used all the court just inside the end line.
And to Henwood Rodriguez's credit, again, tosses that. It's about a 25+ foot set across the floor in reverse. He can't see his target, goes over that right shoulder, creating plenty of space and forcing UCLA's block to trend the opposite direction.
Wetzel doing his job is the opposite. You get out of system, you got to take out the trash and hit a lot of sets against multiple hands. Back row, quick combination. Impossible to stop in system like that.
It almost just makes you laugh because you have no idea where the ball is going to go. And ultimately, it's Sean Kelly out of the back row. No blockers at home. Just too much offense coming your direction.
Another good swing by Wetzel. I was watching on the replay. Aaron Grimm, the middle blocker for Ohio State. You're just going, OMG.
Why not?
What do I do now? There is Haczynski. Good start again for Ohio State. Remember, in the opening set, tied at 10. They hung in a long time in that opener against the #1 team in the country. The service pressure from Ohio State, to me, is inconsistent. It isn't too many, but they got to try to get the Bruins off the net.
I was going to say, you also feel like you kind of have to roll the dice and take your chances from the service line against UCLA.
I completely agree. I'll give you those numbers. That luckily off the top of the tape. Wetzel, smart shot. Oh, a very deep dish.
That's the best looking block we've seen from the Bruins thus far.
Kelly tucking inside, dug by Pickering. And that's going to be a hand into the, so that's the 3rd net violation. That will go down as a net violation. The blocker hand for UCLA touched the antenna.
Yeah, that's David Decker again, trying to seal down the line. See that late press and just that forearm clips the candy cane.
Here is Grimm. Now a chance for Ohio State. Kelly going over the top and missed it out of bounds. That's what you want to get from the service line.
And that's, you're spot on. That's the first bad pass I've seen from Zach Rama this entire match, and how it came to life is actually hitting the seam between him and Sean Kelly.
Gentleman right there in the UCLA cap. That is Brandon Taliaferro, the all-time assist leader for UCLA.
And the exact same seam. Way to go back to it for Ohio State.
Setter taken out of the play. Haczynski with a big swing. Back row, quick combination again. This time Rama. Very creative by Andrew Rowan.
I mean, I'm not sure where to look in this rally because that first dig from Andrew Rowan was superb, but another setter on the other side decides to step up his own defense. And again, this is where things get a little tricky. Did Andrew Rowan end up below the net?
Henwood Rodriguez stretching out, the fine sophomore setter for Ohio State.
I meant Zach Rama, excuse me, on that attack. I think they might challenge this.
Haven't had a challenge yet so far. In men's college volleyball, you start with 3, and as long as you are correct, you can challenge foot fault. Let's take another look. He's legal. Ball's down. He did not violate the 3-meter line. Shane Wetzel said, look at him. What's he doing over here? But I think he was legal. What do you think?
I need to look. I was watching to see if his foot actually hit the center line. So I need to look at the timing of when the ball actually was terminated and called dead. See. Okay, see, ball's still in the air and he's landed. I just don't know if that left toe is actually on the line or not.
He's legal. He's legal. You have to be completely,
So excuse me, let me clarify. You can be on the line. You cannot pass completely over the line. Otherwise, you would be considered underneath. So forgive me. Yes, your foot can be on it, just can't be over.
Yeah, something you really need to emphasize for player safety.
That call does stand. The right one off our replay.
Perfect pass. What a dig by Rama. Hanging in with no block up. Wetzel.
Ohio State doing a nice job in transition, continuing to create some separation here in set 2. There's the dig from Rama. But another opportunity for the Buckeyes.
Henwood Rodriguez is moving the ball around. Technically, he looks really good as a setter.
Yeah, he does. His wrists are really superb.
Good offensive rhythm by the Bruins. You see what? You have to somehow try to get them out of system. Shane Wetzel right now is 7 of 11, hitting 636. Owen Pickering, who was on the floor mostly for his ball control, subbing in for an injured Daniel Hurley. Pickering is 5 of 7, hitting 700. No drop off there. Here's Kelly. Back roll, quick combination. Haczynski has missed a couple out of bounds. Remember, he missed one in the opening set in the latter stages.
And that's a frustrating one for sure for Haczynski, considering the fact that there was nobody home on the block, a missed opportunity for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, the margins are small. You get an open net, you better put that ball down 99 times out of 100.
Great serve.
Oh, look at the shot by Rama. I don't know how he snuck that by, but did get it by Pickering along with Diallo.
I need to see a replay to see if that was on purpose or not.
Salvatores, excuse me. It got inside 3 blockers.
Oh, for sure that was on purpose. Look at how he carves this thing right off the fingertips. Tries to go a little bit with the wrist away.
Inside the 5-foot line. Kelly getting hot from the service line. That's hittable and also blockable. And another, that's 4 net violations in this set for the Bruins.
We talk about discipline, and John Hawks is going to be frustrated because you're just giving away free points. But this is just body control, right? So going up, you're clean, but you're almost trying to get too much over the net. So as you fall back down, just finding your chest along the length of the net.
Good block touch. And once again, Shane Wetzel, UCLA in system, and Ohio State was able to get a reel.
Ohio State may not be getting stuff blocks, but what they are doing exceptionally well is getting touches to slow down this UCLA offense and really being able to transition back out. A couple have stood out here in set number 2.
Wetzel now 8 of 13, no errors. Rama going against the grain and missed it out of bounds.
He looked like he was floating up there.
He was in the air a long time, and he is a very long young man at 6'8".
Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Should add 1,000 at the end of each one of those.
And that ball served just out of bounds, but a good little mini run for Ohio State. The Buckeyes come in ranked number 13, picked to finish second in the MIVA behind Loyola Chicago. UCLA, number 1 ranked, perfect 7-0, 22-7 last year. Lost to Long Beach State in the championship match after having won in 23 and 24. To finally get off 19. UCLA, this program historically, Cameron, you know it, absolutely dominant through the 80s and the 90s, but they were stuck on 19 since 2006. So they finally got to 20 and then 21.
And the banner hangs here in Pauley.
Eliel Salvatore's easy serve. That's going to get gobbled up. Oh. And absolutely crushed out of the middle. Wang Diallo.
That's actually
That was Cameron Thorne, excuse me.
Cameron Thorne handing out some souvenirs. This one finds just an electric angle. Back crossbody. No one is digging that.
Rowan has got a real heater from the service line. As good as you're going to see at the setting position. Smart swing by Haczynski. Back to Cameron Thorne. Last year, won the Ryan Millar Award as the #1 middle blocker in all of NCAA college volleyball. We've come to our media timeout. Very, very competitive and entertaining match between UCLA and the visitors from Columbus. It just doesn't get any better than that, does it, Cameron? We got good volleyball. We've got an absolutely angelic child, and she's being protected by her beautiful young mother.
I'm just shocked she can sleep through this. Well, it's a great match.
Pretty quiet in there. It is. It is pretty quiet in there. 15-13 at the media timeout. Henwood Rodriguez working down the line. Serving has really picked up in this second set for the Buckeyes.
Changed their target, though.
Oh, the first big block by UCLA. That was Cam Thorne.
And Zach Rama, but importantly, look at this first contact from Sean Kelly. Outstretched on his off hand to be able to pull that back around. And then here's the out-of-system play and block from UCLA.
Good high swing out of the middle by Grimm as Ohio State responds. Well, the level has been impressive, still very much early on. UCLA plays out of the MPSF, the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation. Ohio State playing out of the MIVA. What we need is the Big Ten to make men's volleyball an official conference sport. Wetzel still having a big match. That over the top of the block. Dug by Rama. Nicely done. Grimm again. An exceptional setting running this offense by Daniel Henwood Rodriguez.
17-14. This is an important juncture right now for Ohio State. You can take a look at their offensive numbers from set 1 to set 2. 500 now in the second set, but importantly, they are holding UCLA to a 188. That's because of the tough service pressure that Kevin Birch and his team have brought here in set number 2.
Well, if you want UCLA Bruin or Ohio State Buckeyes, you go over to the bookstore right adjacent to Pauley Pavilion. I'm sure they have exactly the same in Columbus. You can get what you need, and Ohio State is getting what they want right now. Want to remind you, tomorrow, see more men's college volleyball coming your way on Big Ten Plus when the Buckeyes continue their road trip in LA with a showdown against number 4 USC. Download the Big Ten Plus app today. It's always game on. Largest lead so far of the second set for Ohio State. Buckeyes have been more consistent offensively and have really done a good job holding down this incredible Bruins offense. That ball set tight, and Pickering not able to get up there with number 19, David Becker.
And Paul, these are the kind of moments that can shape the identity of your season. Right now for Ohio State, you have a 2-point lead over the number 1 team in the country. To be able to pick up a second set here and level at 1 apiece would just be huge for their belief, their confidence, and potentially the trajectory of their season.
Really good point. And they, as we talked about, they won the opening set at home against number 2 Long Beach State, and then Hurley was injured, and Kevin Birch did not like the way his team responded when they were shorthanded. They've proven in this first set and then some that they can play with anybody. Working on Kelly, good response on the pass. And Decker one-on-one is going to win that battle, that time against Wetzel.
Love having a lefty on the right side. Just opens up the range so much. Being able to hit that line ball just off the outside hand. A big beauty.
Decker hitting .394 on the year, averaging just under 3 kills per set. Libero Hudson has been really good in reception. UCLA should get off of him.
What in the world?
That's going to be fall on the UCLA side. Tucked down inside by Wetzel. 9 kills on 16 swings, no errors.
It was an interesting series of contacts on the side of UCLA trying to recover this. A little late with the hands, but it actually falls and is kick saved up.
Good pass by Rama. And Decker able to tip in front. Nice play. You were talking about during the commercial that Ohio State got to get off of Rama because he's been so good in first contact.
Yeah, they had found some success in the seam between Rama and Sean Kelly in a couple rotations, but then also just down the line at Sean Kelly. That time they went away from him. Found Rama, and Rama has just been nails throughout this match.
Kelly now 6 of 13. Does have a couple of aces. Got to get off the Ohio State libero. He is passing dimes. That's the first time. Second block, but the first time Wetzel has been slowed.
Talk about momentum shifters. Big blocks like this can be the difference maker. I like what Rama did. He was a little late to getting out there, so he actually doesn't drop his hands completely down and swing block. He almost hinge blocks, able to get those hands shooting quick over the height of the net.
Ohio State led by 3. Now it's down to just 1. Back to Wetzel. No. Throw down out of the middle. Nicely done by Salvatore. Smart, aggressive set by Henwood Rodriguez.
Keep going back to Henwood Rodriguez and just the decision making. It's one thing to go there, but then also to locate is a whole other ballgame, and right now he's doing both.
Here's Pickering, who's been rock solid. Hudson again with the dig. Slam dink is covered nicely by Wetzel.
We'll take a swing at that.
Chance for Ohio State. Big swing here and a better block. UCLA's block starting to do some damage. Micah Wong Diallo with the stuff.
Feels as if both backcourt defense have started to step up their game a bit more here in set 2.
Christopher Hirsch wearing number 15 will come on. 6'9" middle blocker out of Cupertino, California. So you bring in a 6'9" serving sub.
That's pretty wild.
20-19. Ohio State has led throughout. They led by as many as 3. A very easy serve. Kaczynski might have played a ball that was wide or long. Rama would like to have that one back. Missed it out of bounds. Ohio State hung in at the defensive end.
Yeah, but it was an interesting play in transition from Rama. They actually ran it almost like a 0 tempo to the pin, or actually to like the gap set. It was a really linear set along the length of the net. Created a second chance opportunity, but Rama not able to finish.
Brady Jones coming on now to serve. Wearing number 13 for Ohio State. Into the red zone are the Buckeyes, leading by 2.
Watch the matchup on the outside, Rama versus Henwood Rodriguez.
Good block touch. Really well done by Grimm.
Line.
Rama falling away. Fall back jump shot, if you will, here in Poly Pavilion. The home of the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden.
So we've been talking about Henwood Rodriguez from a setting position. Right now, he is going to be tested as a blocker. The mismatch is Rama against Henwood Rodriguez. Will he cover a bit more line? Does Ohio State start to shift some of their backcourt defense even further to the line to try and find a touch there? But they've got to slow down the outside for the Bruins right now.
Great point. Advantage UCLA in that particular matchup, no doubt. I was thinking about John Wooden in the years I played in this building. I'm 0 for 4 at Poly Pavilion. Twice in basketball, twice in volleyball. I'm 0 for 4.
And just like that, the matchup's gone, right? You get Henwood Rodriguez. That's probably the best opportunity for Ohio State right now. He's got 3 rotations in the back row, a bigger block now, and Wetzel up in the front.
Ohio State 3 points away from taking a set. Up the number, really good serve. Kelly well handled. Rama!
Yikes! That is an undeniable swing from Zach Rama. Sean Kelly with an outrageous pass. Then the set from Rowan. I mean, it's like they were just trying to level up one another.
Well, it was like advantage Ohio State, and UCLA came away with it. A chance for the tie. Kelly, ball set tight and smartly off speed of Haczynski and out of bounds. Tied at 22. Timeout called by the Buckeyes. What a play. What a memorable side out and rip by Zach Rama. Tied at 22. Timeout Buckeyes. Tied at 22. Just listen to this. Just when Ohio State thought they were in a pretty good spot.
Surprised he didn't pop the ball.
Wow.
That is just absurd.
Going with a jump float, Haczynski. Oh, that's a setting mistake. Nice save that time by Kelly. And somehow off speed, number 7, a big side out score for the Buckeyes.
And that's so tough, especially when we talk about having active hands. You're trying to press as far over the net as possible, which means your recoil takes that much longer. So anything off speed as you're retracting those arms is going to be really tough to play. Gift.
One-on-one into the cross court and finds the sideline. Decker again, tied again.
Yeah, that ball just hitting the top of the net. A little bit of a gift, slows it down for Rama, allows him to just stay that much steadier on the first contact.
Decker now 9 of 11. Sean Kelly is 7 of 16.
And Hirsch in the front row.
Spencer Graves coming on now for John Hawks to serve for the Bruins. Good block touch, and it just got too high up on Rama. Very aggressive side out score that time for Ohio State. The kill by Grimm, who's hitting .462 so far through 5 matches, and he'll go back to serve. Set point number 1 for the visiting Buckeyes.
Got 3 attackers right now in the front row, including Sean Kelly.
Perfect pass. Back again. Number 19. Over the top of the block, David Decker.
I like this Andrew Rowan going against the flow. There's that perfect pass again. Bruins continuing to stay in system.
It's the only set they have lost so far in the early season, and that ball missed just out of bounds. You saw the number of sets they have won consecutively under head coach John Hawks, once again in his 2nd year, 3rd all-time head coach for the UCLA Bruins. Set point number 2 for Ohio State.
Rotation 4 for UCLA. That means Andrew Rowan is in the left front corner. He's going to have to run the length of the net. He also has a different middle blocker in the match right now, Christopher Hirsch.
And a break that time for UCLA. Just tantalizing off the top of the tape.
That would have been a tough rotation for UCLA to get out of. Ooh, that was a gift.
Kelly back to serve. 2 set points by the board for the Buckeyes.
The matchup, oh, excuse me. I was going to say the matchup on the outside returns. Sean Kelly gets a chance to go up against Henwood Rodriguez.
Well passed. Combination play not there for the Buckeyes, and not a perfect 3-ball pass. Good block touch. Wetzel off the outside hand and out of bounds.
excuse me, that's Zach Rama, and he actually just got taken out off that last attack. Ball, I think, found his face.
Third set point now for Ohio State. Hirscher stayed on, Rama on the left. Decker certainly available out of the back row. Rama, rock solid, perfect pass. And a two-handed slam dink that time by Rowan.
That's the one thing you haven't thought about. First time Andrew Rowan has gone up and found the setter dump, and I'm looking at this going, okay, you've got the mismatch. Everyone's eyes are going to Zach Rama. And all of a sudden you forget Andrew Rowan is an offensive weapon in his own right.
Tight to the net, another joust coming. The two setters go mano a mano, and Henwood Rodriguez wins that one for Ohio State.
Oh man, this is just poetry in motion. Rowan gets one. Henwood Rodriguez gets one off of Rowan. Man, sports are fun, aren't they?
That was really, both setters have been very impressive. We knew everything about Andrew Rowan. 2 times a first-team All-American, twice an NCAA champion, hoping for a third. And I think the elite setter in college volleyball in the country in 2026. But Daniel Henwood Rodriguez has been very impressive for Ohio State. Another set point coming out of the timeout.
And this is an important moment when you look on the other side for UCLA, because when we talked to John Hawks this week, he said one of the things that really stands out about this specific group and this team is not only their togetherness, but also that they're unwavering in tight moments. He says they're just almost so calm. It's a different mentality than even a season ago, and he really thinks that's going to carry this team to another national title.
Going to be interesting to see what UCLA comes out with. The first thing, of course, is good serve reception. So where will Ohio State go? Will they work on Kelly? Rama's been so very good. Last year, a runner-up to Long Beach State, and then, as I mentioned, one in 23 and 24.
Looking at Zach Rama right now. He's sitting in the left back portion of the court.
If you're Ohio State, where do you go?
You're going at the seam. You have a seam between him and Sean Kelly, right? Rama's in the front row, but I think if you can get that ball a bit more on Sean Kelly, that's the target. Again, the mismatch is Rama on the outside against Henwood Rodriguez.
Fourth set point, well served. Rama.
And there is the shot right back down the line. That's the execution. I was worried they were going to get maybe a little too cute with it, but when the scouting report is on, you got to work with it.
Really good high swing over Hachinsky and Grimm.
Interesting, too. You actually saw that they changed Henwood Rodriguez. They kept him on that left side. It was a different blocker on the other side.
Like that, an absolute scud missile that time by Rowan, but just out of bounds. Set point number 5 for Ohio State.
Going down Sean Kelly's line.
Look at that, just an absolute dime of a pass. Beautifully received by UCLA.
Man, his future is sure bright. Sean Kelly shifting over, finds the Bick out of the back row. His coach said he's even seen more growth out of season from Sean Kelly.
Wetzel, good cover by Ohio State. Rowan is out of the play. Both teams good block touches. Rama on 2.
Rama just turned into Gumby. That was a high set out of the back row. Just nuts. Usually you're seeing that at such a quicker tempo, but he had to elongate as far as he could to be able to just make contact. finds the back corner. Look at this. Angled approach, tries to delay just enough, and he's making contact at full extension.
Totally sold it as well. Rama could have jumped in here.
Love the IQ from UCLA.
Yeah, let's just add that into the mix. So UCLA will have their first set point. It's the first UCLA lead since 11-10. Ohio State led by as many as 3. And the libero, Chris Connolly, the transfer from Long Beach State, getting a lot of kudos and low and high fives from John Hux. It was he with that key reception that kept Ohio State off the board. Now UCLA will have their first look at a set point.
We talked about Connolly coming over and said he was hungry for an opportunity, and his level of confidence has just continued to grow through this season.
Rama already with one. Has 5 aces to go against 10 service errors. Set point. Hudson's been good as well at the libero. Haczynski. Net violation called against UCLA. That is their 4th of the set.
It's their 4th. It might have even been their 5th.
I was going to say, but I left that for you. I like it when you correct me. It's way too many.
It's way too many, exactly.
Here's Haczynski. UCLA will have their second look, and it is Cam Thorne going back to the line.
And Hirsch back into the middle again, bringing a little bit of a bigger block for UCLA.
That was not a good service attempt. Thorne would love to have that one back. The toss was not good. And unlike in tennis, and I wish they changed the rule in tennis, you only get 1 toss in volleyball. You throw it up there, you got to hit it. You can't let it drop. Tennis, they just say, oh, I'm sorry, and they start all over. Outstanding. David Decker has been on fire here in the second set.
He's actually leading the team in total kills as well, into the double digits for the Bruins.
Decker now 10 of 12. Set point Bruins. That is 2 bad serves back to back.
You can't let it shake you. You have to be able to get back there, put a ball in play, and let your block and D do the work.
Wetzel having a big match against the #1 team in the country, also in double figures. Good play by Hirsch. Kelly is dug, but just running out of real estate is Ohio State setter Daniel Henwood Rodriguez. 3rd set point for the Bruins. Make it the 4th set point, and Ohio State had 5.
It's a great view there, trying to fill in that seam, but just too much pace from UCLA.
Well past that time by Haczynski. And Wetzel again. Really good first ball reception by Haczynski.
You don't even realize Wetzel's actually out of the back row there. He looks like he's a front row attacker. That's a great placement on this set, creating the opportunity to really dive forward and test that block.
Here's Pickering. Wetzel 11 of 20.
You got Henwood Rodriguez actually on the left side. They changed the block on the side of Ohio State.
Create a better matchup going up against Rama. What a block. Hirsch along with Rama.
So they did that the last time. It didn't pay off. This time they actually get a touch and block out of it, a second chance opportunity. But an even better block from the Bruins.
I really like the decision and the tactic by Ohio State.
Yeah.
Get a bigger blocker in front of Rama. Here's Hirsch. And missed it out of bounds. UCLA down the stretch into the red plus zone. They have missed 3 serves.
Let's see what they do with Henwood Rodriguez now.
Tough serve. Rama is up. Back to Decker off speed. Good play that time. I'll tell you, the libero, Chris Connolly, made a magnificent read because Ohio State was trying to get the ball on Rowan and they kept their setter free.
But you go back to the chess match. Look, it's setter on setter. You rarely see this as Henwood Rodriguez is playing that left side position. Rowan knows a smaller blocker. He says, well, hey, if I can't set my outside, I'll just go backwards.
Set point number 6. Look at that pass by Pickering. Hittable by Rama. Did he get a piece? He did not. Missed it out of bounds.
Paul, I don't remember the last time I've been in a set that's 34-34.
I don't remember either. I was trying to think. I had some really long ones at the Paris Olympics, but I don't remember.
I'm not complaining. This is
No.
amazing.
Henwood Rodriguez now in the back court. Advantage Ohio State. And missed it out of bounds. The crowd, they're getting tired. Sit, stand, sit, stand. They stand.
I feel like they're doing burpees.
There is Rama, match point number, set point number 7. Aggressive set in the middle to Grimm. Kudos to Henwood Rodriguez.
I'm not sure they've had a hitting error out of the middle attack the entire match.
Stanislav Haczynski back to serve. Good pass by Kelly. Oh, that is a tough break. Able to slow Thorne, but a net violation called against the Buckeyes.
This is what happens when everyone's trying to make the big play. Just maybe a little bit of the elbow on the way back down catches.
That was a micro touch. 8th set point. Wetzel down the line. Another magnificent delivery by the young setter for Ohio State.
I don't know how they just cleared themselves of that first opportunity. Haczynski out of the back row almost gets tripped up on the 10-foot line. Maybe a difference in tempo he wasn't expecting.
Almost lucky that he was blocked because the defense for UCLA was right there. Another good pass. Chance for the Buckeyes. Wetzel. No, not this time. What a timely block by the Bruins.
Now it feels as if this is just a battle of attrition. You start to see a couple of those little errors start to creep in, whether it's the net violation, the missed swing out of the back, the missed serves, but right now you got to find your best ball when it means the most.
Trent Taliaferro on to serve. Dad looking on from the baseline. Yep, set point number 9. And we play on. Ohio State has, I'm running out of room on my card. There's Dad. Ohio State has had 5 set points. UCLA has had 9. Tough serve. Pretty well handled by Kelly. Decker off the block and out of bounds. Number 19 in white. Saving pass that time by Kelly. I can't remember when I ever wrote down double-digit set points. We're at number 10.
It's almost as if they've already played set 3.
Well handled that time by Pickering again. Wetzel through the block and down. But number 3 in red on that reception against the Kelly serve.
And that's what they feel, again, he can bring to the table. That's Owen Pickering on the first contact. Even though Daniel Hurley's out, they feel like they've got a better touch and create some in-system opportunities.
Tough serve, perfect pass. Absolutely gutsy reception by the libero, Chris Connolly. Number 11, here we come.
Beautiful pass and creates another opportunity. Sean Kelly has stepped up his game late and extra late here in set 2.
Wetzel again, off the block and out of bounds. The longest set ever played in UCLA program history was 41-39 versus Hawaii back in April of 2017. We're getting there.
We're going to get there.
We are. Somebody's got to get to 41 at least to close this out.
Wetzel already 14 kills on 24 attempts.
Rama, what a dig. Pickering again, free ball coming to the Bruins. Rama again, one-on-one.
I love the finiteness that I just saw from UCLA, from the contact, the communication of the pass. Ribeiro screaming in and in, perfect ball. Cam Thorne even giving a little extra oomph, trying to pull a middle blocker.
Oh, Kaczynski with a gutsy swing again. The NCAA men's volleyball record for scoring in a single set is Grand Canyon beat BYU 45-43. So we're going to at least 42. Look at that pass. Oh, straight down. Cam Thorne with a thump. Zach Rama just said, oh my gosh.
That is night volleyball if I have ever seen it. Woo-wee.
13th set point. Brilliant setting by both of these players for Ohio State and UCLA.
And Ohio State just continues to answer the bell. The differential from set points on the side of UCLA to that of Ohio State is just remarkable. Ohio State continuing to just hang tough.
So much fun. This is fantastic. Miss serve by Kaczynski. And now Cam Thorne back to the line.
If I'm Cam Thorne, I'm getting ready to serve quickly, and I am going right at Kaczynski. Not only is it an awkward angle, but he just made the error.
Going after him, Hudson steps in. Wetzel. Oh, you got to challenge that.
You have to.
That was overruled. It was called in by the official.
I actually thought that was in real time, but they're going to challenge this either way, I assume.
Cameron, I agree with you. I thought that was a fantastic swing by Wetzel right into area 1, deep cross court.
Yeah.
No challenge.
I thought that ball was in real time, and it looks like it flipped the line.
Both teams are playing so tough. Hirsch out of the middle. When I say tough, against good, they're serving tough. They're passing well.
And how about that? You go to Hirsch. You bring him in to be a little bit of a bigger block, but you still utilize him as an attacker. You got to love that late here in set 2.
Here's Decker. Yep, it's not a graphical error. 15th set point. Block touch and can't be tracked down. Hirsch got a piece of it. Then the NCAA record in men's college volleyball, Grand Canyon and BYU, 45-43. Well, we're going to at least tie it and maybe set a new record. Can you say 50? Kelly.
That's a heck of a set to get out there. It actually caused just enough hesitancy out of the middle block of Ohio State.
How good was Kelly? Reception to attack. Fantastic play.
And remember, he's only a sophomore.
Tied at 44. That tied the NCAA record, so we're going to have a new NCAA record this evening. Ohio State versus UCLA. No, it's not halftime at a basketball game or the final gun at a football game.
What a pass.
To Wetzel. Blocked out of bounds.
Rowan can't believe it. They also shifted that triple block against Wetzel. They're doing everything they can to slow him down.
How gutsy on the part of Ohio State to withstand 15 set points. 6th for Ohio State. The big back row quick combination. John Hawk said that this was going to be a very, very competitive match, and he wasn't overselling. Here's Hirsch. Overpass.
Free ball.
Back row combination. What a good block touch. Wetzel off the edge, but number 10, Eliel Salvatore, did a fantastic job slowing that ball down.
And that's what was really leading the charge at the beginning of set 2 for Ohio State. Their ability to slow down the offense of UCLA by just getting some of those touches and being able to transition back out, and still unable to slow down Wetzel. His 17th kill.
This has been really fun. A lot of drama here tonight at Pauley Pavilion. Tied at 46. Andrew Rowan has got a big arm from the service line. Slowed down, perfect contact. Block touch again, this time by Grimm. Stuffed by Rama. 3-man Bruin block, and they'll have set point again.
How tough can you be in transition? Check this out. Rama shifting all the way over, dropping the left hand in, and bringing UCLA to yet another set point.
Started with Rowan getting Ohio State out of system. Got it. Still alive. And got Wetzel. I told you Andrew Rowan had a rocket, and that time Wetzel couldn't get out of the way.
Pauley Pavilion is stunned. After all that, it ends on Wetzel getting tagged out of the back row.
94 combined points. The second set here at Pauley Pavilion. What day is it? It is January 29th at 11:27 Eastern Time, 8:27 Pacific. What a set, and let's look at the point once again. Rowan and Wetzel just could not get out of the way as he was trying to get ready to hit the D. And an unlikely end to a set that took 58 minutes. Bravely played by both teams.